Kel Halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Right, the truth from Great Bliss, GMS.
Yes, welcome to another lesson. So the title of this lesson is going to be focused around Pandora's box in terms of the doomsday clock. So we're going to get right into it. Isaiah chapter 54 in verse 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. So created the smith and the waster to destroy is talking about the atom bomb. And then next is the intercontinental ballistic missiles, which is also known as ICBM, is next for the waster. Verse 17. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord. So no weapon formed against you will prosper, because the Edomites will be using weapons like bombs. That's not going to prosper. An example of this is from the movie Independence Day with the nuke scene. That's what is going to be happening. Bombs are going to be flying and dropping all over the place, nuclear bombs. But those of us that are in this truth, that know we are the true Israelites, the Hebrews, serving Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, we don't have to fear that, because the Most High is going to protect his people, in this case, the elect. Daniel 12 and 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. So the reason why these scriptures can be explained or broken down is because we are in the end times. And in these end times is for the explanation of these scriptures to be taught, to be understood. Isaiah 10 and 15. Shall the axe boast itself against him that heweth therewith? Or shall the saw magnify itself against him that shaketh it? As if the rod should shake itself against them that lift it up, or as if the staff should lift up itself, as if there was no wood. So boast again. The axe is representing Esau, the Edomites. The Most High is holding the handle. The Most High is going to use Esau to drop the bombs literally on one another, on each other. So Esau uses the doomsday clock to weigh out how close a nuclear war begins. What we do is we use the scriptures, because it's in the scriptures, and these prophecies will be fulfilled. Psalm chapter 2, let's start at verse 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? Esau is a vain thing that he can defeat the Most High. So Esau thinks that he can defeat Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. That's a vain thing, because that's not going to happen. He's under a delusion. Verse 2. The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying. Verse 2.
Interpretation down.
In verse number 2, it's talking about the rulers of this world that take counsel together. They have secret meetings, and meetings over here and meetings over there against the Most High and against his anointed. And when it says his anointed, that is the Hebrews, the children of Yasharel, the Hebrews. Verse 3. Let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. In other words, that's talking about let's get rid of them. In verse 4, he that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh, and the Lord shall have them in derision. So the Most High is going to laugh at this. The Most High is mocking them. Verse 5, then shall he speak unto them in his wrath, and vex them in sore displeasure. They're going to be going to war against one another. Verse 6. Yet I have set my king upon my holy hill of Zion. 7. I will declare the decree. The Lord hath said unto me, Thou art my son. This day I have begotten thee.
All right, verse 7. I will declare the decree. Yahweh hath said unto me, Thou art my son. This day have I begotten thee. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession.
So if you want,
Verse 8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. Hebrews chapter 1. Hebrews chapter 1, verse 1. God, who at sundry times and in diverse manners spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets, hath in these last days spoken unto us by his Son, who's the Son, Yahushua, whom he hath appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the worlds, who being the brightness of his glory in the express image of his person, and upholding all things by the word, and upholding all things by the word of his power, when he had by himself purged our sins, sat down at the right hand of the majesty on high. Who is the majesty on high? Who is the right hand of the majesty on high? The Father Yahweh, being made so much better than the angels, as he hath by inheritance obtained a more excellent name than they. The names are important. The name of the Father is Yahweh, and the name of his Son is Yahushai. For unto which of the angels said he at any time, Thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee? And again, I will be to him a father, and he shall be to me a son. And again, when he bringeth in the first begotten into the world, he saith, And let all the angels of God worship him. All right, Psalm, it says, chapter 2, start at verse 9. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. Revelation chapter 2, verse 26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. And he will rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. The elect men that endure. What? And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. Psalm chapter 2, verse 9. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron, thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. Revelation chapter 2, verse 28. And I will give him the morning star. Matthew chapter 22, verse 42. Red letter words of Yahushai. Start at verse 43. He saith unto them, How then doth David in spirit call him Lord, saying, Yahweh said unto my Lord, Sit thou on my right hand, till I make thy enemies thy footstool. If David then call him Lord, how is he his son? These nations, words of Yahushai. Luke chapter 19, verse 27. But those my enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me. Yahushua is going to reign over his enemies. But those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me. Red letter words of Yahushua. Ain't no white hair, blue-eyed devil Jesus. Revelation chapter 1, verse 14. Yahushua. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flaming fire. and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. And you know, Yahushua looks like his father. Daniel chapter 7, verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days is the Father Yahweh, did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and his Salakia, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. Hope I'm pronouncing this right. Fiery flame. Fiery flame or fiery flame. And with that, Kal Halal, Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rachakodash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai. Shalom.
Shalom.
Like this Jew, great Muslim GMS. Shalom.
All right. Revelation chapter 2, verse 25. But that which ye have already hold fast till I come. Hold on to this truth. Keep praying. Read the scriptures. Still learning in this truth. Use wisdom. Be circumspect. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Verse 16. Redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Shalom.